Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our daily word this morning. It is Thursday morning. It's a sunny Thursday morning. Not sure how the weather's going to be the rest of the day, but it's a sunny Thursday morning, and I'm grateful you could choose to join me and to carve out these few minutes to be with me as we have shared our lives together. I remain grateful for that always in this long journey together. We finished our Lent Wednesday nights last night. 5 Wednesday nights shared in good food, good conversation, and hopefully some learning along the way. So if you were able to join us for 1 or 2 or 5, I'm glad you did. If you missed it, well, I understand. Life is busy and it's hard to get to everything that you want to get to. I'm going to light my Christ candle, as always, this invitation of the presence of the Holy Spirit. So I invite you to do that as well this morning. Psalm 31, verses 9 through 16 for today. This is a psalm of lament. And so we hear these words. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for I am in distress. My eye wastes away from grief, my soul and body also. For my life is spent with sorrow, and my years with sighing. My strength fails because of my misery, and my bones waste away. I am the scorn of all my adversaries, a horror to my neighbors, an object of dread to my acquaintances. Those who see me in the street flee from me. I have passed out of mind like one who is dead. I have become like a broken vessel. For I hear the whispering of many, terror all around, as they scheme together against me, as they plot to take my life. But I trust in you, O Lord. I say, you are my God. My times are in your hand. Deliver me from the hand of my enemies and persecutors. Let your face shine upon your servant. Save me in your steadfast love. So you read Psalm 31, and I've read it several times this morning, and then read it again. I haven't read it out loud like I just did. And this lament of Psalm 31, probably when you read it out loud, sounds exaggerated and maybe even a little paranoid. I mean, it's hard for me to imagine personal situations so difficult that it would lead me to call myself an object of dread to my acquaintances. But the psalmist gives this stark and vivid image that paint a real picture of people who have suffered, are suffering, living with various afflictions, disease, pain, distress, unknowns, worries, fears, or people that have to navigate difficult political systems. In whatever form it takes, and whenever it comes to us, and it does from time to time, our suffering does not get to overwhelm us to the point of despair. Because in all of this lament, the psalmist finally remembers God is always with us. In the distress, in the sorrow, in the misery, we cling to hope. Now for me, you've heard me say it, the hope is in a new day. Talked about it last Sunday when I sang Give Me Jesus, and that song that was an earworm for the entire week, Give Me Jesus. Wednesdays are hard days, they're long days, and when I get home, I can hardly walk. You know, I struggle and I'm in lots of pain and misery, and I go to bed, you know, I take my medication, go to sleep. And the good news is, as much despair, if that's a word that I would use, that I felt last night, 8:30 when I got home, today is a reminder that despair, distress, sorrow, mercy does not get to overwhelm me. God didn't say, you shall not be tormented. God didn't say, you shall not be troubled, or you shall not be grieved. But God said, you shall not be overcome. Because the psalmist declares at the very end, right? But I trust in you, O Lord, I say, you are my God. And that's the good news. So for us, in all of our lives and all the challenges that we face and all the unknowns that are in the midst of our lives, we might lament like the psalmist has lamented. And it's okay that we do. It's okay that we struggle with all of that. But we should be reminded that we shall not be overcome because we trust in God. Our times are in God's hand. I love it at the end, this lament, and then he says, let your face shine upon your servant, save me in your steadfast love. I think about that, especially on Thursday mornings when it's difficult to get my motor started and I've struggled with pain. And then the reminder's a new day, and we go, right? We go, and we do what God calls us to do. So that's our daily word for today, this lament, the psalm of lament. So to catch up a little bit on our 40 days of yeses, yesterday's was read one gospel story, and maybe you just read the Palm Sunday story that we're going to talk about on Sunday. Today, read one verse slowly. Maybe in that you just find out what God might be saying. So that's where we are today. I appreciate you joining me for our time together. And, today, you might know, I've got my Cincinnati Reds shirt on. It's opening day. It's a great day for people like me who love baseball. And so that's where I'll be at 4:30. Hopefully the weather cooperates in Cincinnati. I'll be in front of my TV. Not in Cincinnati, but in front of my TV. As always, know of God's love that surrounds you. Know of my love for you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Have a great day.